Well, hello YouTube. This is Greg. Thanks for stopping by. Wanted to have a quick chat about preparing food for long hikes on trails. You can do the Mountain House or Backpackers Gourmet or any of those things. They tend to be pricey, and after you've had a couple of them, they can be kind of boring. But what I discovered this year is that for about $50 I could get a dehydrator from Bed Bath & Beyond, and for another $75 a vacuum sealer. And between the two of them, instead of being relegated then to buying whatever is in your local outfitter or the camping section of your local hillbilly Walmart, you can make things that you actually like. So give me a minute, I'll turn this around and I'll start with the dehydrator and then take you to the vacuum sealer and talk about some of the things that you can do for not a whole lot of money. Okay, hang on. Okay, this is a dehydrator that I found for about $50 at the local Bed Bath & Beyond. You can get really expensive ones, and they have good reviews on the nearly professional grade Excalibur ones, but I didn't particularly want to spend $300 to $500 on something that was going to be a practical experiment, at least in the beginning phases. So this one came with 5 trays. I usually set it up for 4, which is about as much as I want to deal with at one time. It has, most importantly, a temperature control, which really I think is all you need for making your own fruit roll-up stuff. Lower temperatures work better, and for long-term storage of dehydrated food to take out on the trail, I use a higher setting, and usually about a 12-hour run for dehydrating. What I have here on the trays in front are some chicken and pasta dishes, some beef stroganoff, some chili with beans, and some macaroni and cheese with tuna fish. And you can dehydrate them all at the same time. What I do, even if I'm thinking of, what is the name of that company that does all the pasta and rice size? Knorr, Knorr. I used to pack those in with me with packages of pouched chicken and pouched tuna fish and put it all together on the trail. And recently it occurred to me with a dehydrator, it's more simple to go ahead and cook it at home, add whatever spices and seasoning I like, and then dehydrate it, so that when I'm out on the trail, I'm doing less cooking and more simple dehydration. So they come with trays. I get a roll of parchment paper and spend 20 minutes with a razor knife and a template cutting out parchment to go on the trays just to keep them clean, but they do wash and stay pretty clean. If you don't use the parchment paper, you can also spray them with, what is that kitchen stuff that Miss Mary likes? Pam, and they clean up pretty well. But for these, I have the bottom tray, and I just stack them. These have actually been in there a little while. This one's pretty simple. Set the temperature, plug it in, let it go, and 12 hours later you have dehydrated stuff. Once I have it dehydrated, for the first year that I had it, I would just put the product in Ziploc bags, put a date on it and a notation of it, and take it out and use it as it were. I think they keep pretty well that way if they're completely dehydrated. They last longer and serve better if you can keep the air off of them. So in more recent times, I have switched then to using the vacuum sealer. So let me turn this off and reset it, I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, here's my work setup for today with a food saver vacuum sealer. Over on the right are some Ziploc pouches with things that I've prepared and have come out of the dehydrator but have not been subject to the vacuum sealer yet. And with this in mind, you can do a whole lot of things better than Mountain House. One of the things that I found I really missed out on the trail was using ground beef as part of a meal. And so one afternoon I took some very lean ground beef, added cumin, and seasoned it as I would for tacos and burritos, and cooked it and then dehydrated it. The trick to having really good dehydrated ground beef is to mop up every bit of the grease that you can. And for me, what that meant is mopping it up as I was finished cooking it, putting it in the refrigerator, allowing the fat to rise to the top, peeling it off, heating it up, dabbing it off with paper towels again until I got it as dry as I could. And then when you're done, you have something that looks a little like gravel, but it dehydrates really well and stays fresh. And I found that when I went this way, that friends on the trail would trade me nearly anything to have some variety when they smell taco meat. Following a resupply, I'd grab a tomato, a bit of lettuce, and chop it up. It would last for a day or two, so for my lunch that day I would have burritos with lettuce and tomato and salsa. For that matter, you could go ahead and put the salsa in and dehydrate it with the ground beef once you go there, or do them separately. Found out also that I could cook onions, black-eyed peas, and dehydrate them separately. The issue you have then is using two pots to rehydrate them. What I use out on the trail is a 1300 milliliter Tokes titanium pot, a collapsible Sea to Summit plate / bowl, and a collapsible Sea to Summit cup. And really that's all. I don't want to have to be cleaning up much more than that. But you can see in the stack over there, there's spaghetti, there's chicken and rice, there's tomato, basil soup, there's turkey and mashed potatoes, chili, chicken and broccoli, Southwest chicken and rice. And then over on this side, see if I can get in the frame, here's the breakfast offering, oatmeal with apples and brown sugar. What else for breakfast? Here's one that I did with egg, sausage, and onions. Here's one with egg, sausage, and hash browns. Chili, beef stroganoff, Southwest chicken, chicken and dumplings, more spaghetti. Santa Fe chicken and rice, Santa Fe steak and rice. One thing that makes a really good snack is dehydrating fruits. So this is strawberry, pineapple, peach, and bananas. You can also make your own version of fruit roll-ups, and the signal path for that one is a blender, and essentially I make a smoothie. I'll start with mango juice or pineapple juice and add frozen mangoes, strawberries, blackberries, peaches, whatever suits my taste at the time, and then pour the thick smoothie mix on the dehydration trays and dehydrate it. Cut it up in slices, put it in a bag, vacuum seal it, and it makes for a really tasty, nice snack. So if you're interested in hiking on long trails and have the least bit of creative sense at all in your kitchen, you can, instead of purchasing the stock and trade big box store stuff or the kinds of things you find at the outfitters, you can make your own and have much more variety and be far less bored when you're out on the trail for long sections. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. If you give this a try and it seems of any value, drop me a note and let me know how it went. Thanks. Until we see you again, take care.